Beneath the surface of the Red Sea, an ancient ocean world waits in silence. At first, the ocean appears peaceful, but the Red Sea has never been truly still. This is more than a reef. It is a living ocean fortress, built slowly by the ancient sea. In this sea, even the smallest life becomes part of a greater design. The ocean writes its history in sand, stone, and the silent movement of life. Where small fish gather in the open sea, unseen hunters are never far away. In the Red Sea, survival often depends on knowing when to vanish into the ocean shadows. Every creature in this ocean listens through movement, sensing danger before it appears.
The Red Sea does not always reveal its predators. Sometimes, the ocean only reveals their silence.
In the Red Sea, silence is not emptiness. It is the language of survival. Every reef in this ancient ocean is both shelter and trap. To rise into open water is to trade darkness for exposure. In this sea, the smallest movement can travel farther than sound. The ocean often reveals danger through those who fear it first. Before a hunter appears, the Red Sea often becomes strangely calm. Here, beauty is camouflage, and color can hide both fear and hunger. The ancient ocean is built from thousands of hiding places, and each one has a story. To follow the reef inward is to enter the older memory of the sea. And in the quiet heart of the Red Sea, the first silent hunters begin to wake. The Red Sea ocean does not rush its stories. It lets the darkness speak first. In this ancient sea, every shadow belongs to the reef, and every reef belongs to the hunt. Peace returns quickly in the ocean, but never completely. The Red Sea is a world of openings, shelters, edges, and unseen paths. Where the reef begins to fall, the rules of the sea begin to change. Even the sand of this ocean is alive with movement, warning, and escape. Some predators in the Red Sea do not chase. They become part of the ocean itself. In this ancient sea, the difference between stone and hunter can disappear. The ocean teaches every creature to read shape, shadow, and silence. And beyond the reef, the Red Sea ocean begins to reveal the shape of its hunters. The Red Sea ocean gives only glimpses, never answers too soon. Out here, away from the reef, the ocean becomes a place of distance, patience, and hidden movement.
A school survives because many eyes become one mind inside the sea.
When the ocean suddenly opens around them, the warning has already begun. In the Red Sea, the first sign of a predator is often the silence it leaves behind. Every crack in this ocean wall can become a doorway for hunger. The ocean does not need noise to create fear. Separation is the moment the ancient sea has always understood. For the hunted, The ocean is measured in inches, shadows, and seconds. And ahead, where the Red Sea bends into darkness, the hunters wait without a sound. The deeper the Red Sea ocean draws us in, the more its silence begins to feel alive. In this ancient sea, the hunter does not need to be seen to be felt. The Red Sea records every movement, even when the creature that made it has already vanished. Every arch, cave, and hollow in this ocean can become a waiting mouth. Here, survival belongs to those who can become invisible inside the sea. The Red Sea does not separate beauty from danger. It weaves them into the same silence. The hunted may escape one shadow, but the ocean is filled with many. This ancient ocean is not random. Every ledge, current, and shadow shapes the lives within it. In the Red Sea, peace is only a pause between movements. And now, beneath the beauty of this ancient sea, the silent predators of the Red Sea begin to emerge. Beneath the beauty of the Red Sea ocean, the hunters are already in position. Some predators in this ancient sea do not chase. They wait beautifully. In the Red Sea, danger can be graceful enough to be mistaken for beauty.
Inside the reef, the Red Sea shelters hunters built for patience.
The ancient ocean gives even its fiercest hunters a place to remain unseen. Every hollow in this sea may be empty, or it may be waiting. Strength in the Red Sea ocean is often hidden beneath stillness. A hunter does not always need speed. Sometimes it only needs the perfect place. On the ocean floor, the Red Sea teaches predators how to become stone. In this sea, survival may depend on seeing what does not wish to be seen. The Red Sea ocean has hunters that hide not in darkness, but beneath the sand. What looks like empty sand may rise and move with the patience of the sea itself. Beyond the Coral Kingdom, the Red Sea holds hunters made for open water.
Here, the reef ends, and the open ocean begins to choose its victims.
Some predators carry the authority of the ocean in their movement alone. The Red Sea ocean is divided between those who hide and those who patrol. Among the silent hunters of this sea, some survive by changing who they appear to be. In the Red Sea, camouflage is not only disguise, it is a language written across living skin.
Even in the smallest openings of this ocean, power can wait in silence.
The Coral Kingdom hides its hunters beneath color, texture, and time. The Red Sea ocean is not ruled by one hunter, but by many forms of patience. Some hunters wait at the edge of traffic, where the reef forces life to pass close. For small life in the Red Sea, every shortcut may pass through danger.
The ancient sea rewards those who can wait longer than fear can last.
In this ocean, shape can become a mask. The reef does not need cages. It builds its traps from current, shelter, and habit.
The Red Sea hides power inside narrow spaces.
In this ancient sea, the hunters do not need to gather. The reef gathers prey for them.
The coral kingdom is beautiful because it is alive, and dangerous because everything alive must feed. To leave the reef is to enter another kind of silence. Some hunters are built for the moment when stillness breaks. In the ocean, fear travels faster than the hunter itself. The Red Sea turns beauty into a wall and patience into a weapon. Here, the line between animal and landscape becomes almost impossible to draw. Below the coral, the Red Sea holds a second world of tunnels and teeth.
Not all hunters in this ocean hide in shadow. Some hide beneath light.
The ancient sea is full of hunters too small to cast a shadow. In this ocean, intelligence can hide inside a changing shape.
The Red Sea does not always show the hunter leaving. Sometimes, it simply closes around it.
At the edge of the reef, silence becomes distance, and distance becomes threat. The Red Sea Ocean is a kingdom of levels, and each level has its own hunter. Each predator holds one piece of the ancient sea's balance. For those who are hunted, the Red Sea is a maze that changes with every current. Every passage through this ocean demands a choice between risk and refuge. The silent predators of the Red Sea do not announce themselves. They let the reef speak for them. In this ancient sea, life returns to calm because danger never truly leaves. Now that the hunters have been revealed, the ancient ocean will show how they survive. The Red Sea has shown us where its predators hide. Next, it will reveal how silence becomes the perfect weapon. The Red Sea has shown us where its predators wait. Now, the ancient ocean reveals how they hunt.
In this sea, a hunter may begin the hunt without moving forward.
The lionfish does not need to rush. It lets the ocean current and its own beauty close the distance.
In the Red Sea, escape routes can become traps before the hunted understands the shape of danger. The great ambush hunters of this ocean save their strength for a single perfect moment. Timing is the oldest language of the sea. Some hunters in the Red Sea survive by becoming the place where they wait. In this ancient ocean, the most dangerous shape may be the one that seems to have no shape at all.
The Red Sea turns ordinary pathways into hunting lines.
The hunt begins long before movement. It begins with choosing where the sea will bring life next. In the coral kingdom, even a body shape can become camouflage.
To vanish in the Red Sea, a predator does not always need darkness. Sometimes it only needs imitation. Few hunters in this ancient sea understand disguise as deeply as the octopus. Across its skin, the ocean writes a disguise that can change from one breath to the next. The Red Sea rewards hunters that can move without becoming a signal. Even the smallest chambers of this ocean can hold sudden power.
Here, silence is not weakness. It is control. The reef is not only a home, it is a strategy built from stone, current, and instinct. A cave hunter turns darkness into territory. In this ocean, even fear must share the reef with delicate life. For prey, the Red Sea is not a landscape. It is a sequence of decisions. The seafloor watches upward with eyes the reef has taught us to miss. In this ancient ocean, patience often lasts longer than opportunity.
Open water hunters use distance the way reef hunters use shadow.
A predator can control a place without touching anything inside it. When stillness breaks, the ocean becomes a storm of decisions. The hunt does not end when the hunter disappears. It remains in the memory of movement. The Red Sea hides danger by making it look old.
When everything moves except one thing, the ocean asks us to look again.
Ambush in the Red Sea is not always sudden. Sometimes it is arranged slowly.
The predator is only half the trap. The other half is the reef.
In this ocean, one wrong path can bring the hunted into another hunter's patience. The Red Sea is full of moments where survival depends on stopping in time. Some hunters hide inside the reef. Others let the entire ocean announce their path. In the ancient sea, fear connects lives that never meet. The art of silence belongs not only to giants, but to the smallest hunters of the reef. The Red Sea does not rely on one kind of predator. It builds balance through many kinds of silence. Current brings food, and with food comes attention. Every feast in this sea has an audience. When the moment finally comes, the ocean barely has time to notice. The Red Sea closes over every hunt, leaving only movement where fear had been. For the hunter that can change its skin, the reef itself becomes a mask. Not every opportunity is taken. The Red Sea teaches its hunters to choose carefully. The art of survival here is not only hunting, but knowing when not to hunt. The hunted draw the map of the predators without ever naming them.
Every predator here has a method, and every method belongs to the ancient sea.
As light begins to weaken, the rules of silence become even stronger. Daylight exposes the hunters, but dusk begins to return them to shadow. The Dale's silent hunters have shown their craft, but the Red Sea has another world waiting after dark. As the ancient ocean darkens, patience begins to change into movement. In the Red Sea, silence has mastered the day. Now, the night will give it a deeper voice. As daylight leaves the Red Sea ocean, silence deepens into something older. The reef does not sleep when the light disappears. It changes who is allowed to move. When night enters the Red Sea, even the coral begins to hunt. The smallest hunters of this ancient ocean awaken before the larger shadows begin to move. Darkness does not empty the Red Sea. It reveals another ocean within it. By day, the cave protected the hunter. By night, the hunter leaves the cave behind. The night reef belongs to those who know every tunnel in the ancient sea. At night, the Red Sea shortens the space between danger and life. The lionfish becomes more haunting when the ocean loses its color.
In the night sea, patience becomes harder to see and easier to obey.
Beneath the night water, even the sand may be alive. The Red Sea hides movement beneath stillness until the moment it chooses to rise. Night gives the octopus a larger canvas for disguise. In this ancient sea, intelligence moves without footsteps. The best hunters of the night know that not every movement must become an attack. At night, the ocean hides the hunter until the hunted begins to move differently. The open sea grows wider in darkness, and the hunters of distance become harder to read. In daylight, distance can be measured. At night, distance becomes mystery. The night reef feeds in every direction, from the smallest tentacle to the largest shadow. Under darkness, the Red Sea becomes a universe of small hunters. Night does not silence the Red Sea. It changes the scale of its voices. A hunter built for tunnels becomes bolder when the sea itself turns dark. Below the coral, the Red Sea keeps secret roads for those who know how to follow darkness. Some hunters do not need to roam far. They let the night bring life toward them. At night, the reef becomes a map of angles, openings, and mistakes. The largest shadows of the Red Sea need only pass once to change the behavior of many. In the dark sea, a shadow can become a warning that lasts longer than the shadow itself. In the Red Sea night, living skin can become moving shadow.
The night ocean belongs to those who can move without breaking the pattern.
While some lives hide from the night, others begin their search. The night gives the lionfish a slower stage and darker wings. On the seafloor, the smallest journey can cross the path of intelligence. The ancient ocean teaches hunters that a missed chance can still be wisdom. Power in the night reef often waits behind the smallest door. The deeper we look into this sea, the more hunters the darkness reveals. The Red Sea at night is not the same ocean. It is the hidden half of the ancient world. In darkness, the sea often tells us what is near by showing what changes direction. At the edge of the night reef, the ancient sea becomes depth without end. Large hunters do not need to disturb the ocean. They move through it like memory. Every life here changes the life beside it. The night shows the Red Sea as a chain of hunger, movement, and balance. Nothing in this ancient ocean hunts alone. Every hunt belongs to something larger. The smallest drifting life can shape the path of the largest hunter. By night, the Red Sea reveals the hidden pattern that daylight disguises. Even before dawn arrives, the night sea begins to prepare for another change.
The Red Sea does not change all at once. It trades one silence for another.
The hunters of darkness do not vanish. They become part of the reef again.
By morning, the Red Sea looks peaceful, but the night has left its mark in every movement. Night has shown us the hidden hunters of the Red Sea. Now, the ancient ocean will reveal how every life feeds the next. Every story of survival in the Red Sea ocean begins with something almost too small to see.
The current does not simply move water. It carries the first meal of the reef.
The coral that builds this ocean world also joins the endless act of feeding. From drifting life, the reef receives energy, and from that energy, movement begins. These small fish transform invisible life into motion, color, and opportunity. The food chain of the Red Sea is not a straight line. It is a web of feeding, cleaning, guarding, and escape. Even those that do not hunt reshape the ancient ocean with every bite. Nothing wasted in the Red Sea truly disappears. It descends into another life. At the bottom of the sea, feeding and hiding often happen in the same breath.
In the ancient sea, survival is not only competition. Sometimes it is an agreement.
Even hunters must sometimes enter the economy of the reef.
Where food gathers life, life gathers danger. The same current that feeds the small also guides them past the patient.
The Red Sea turns feeding routes into hunting routes. Every escape in this ancient ocean may lead past another mouth.
The hunter waits where the ocean teaches the prey to return. As the chain moves away from the reef, the hunters become larger and the distance becomes dangerous.
The presence of a predator can shape the sea before the predator acts.
Hunger pulls life outward. Fear pulls it back.
The chain does not end when food falls. It begins again on the ocean floor.
At this scale, the Red Sea is a world of fragments, shelters, and sudden danger. In the ancient ocean, even the smallest hunter and the smallest prey live by timing.
Some feeding protects the very home that makes feeding possible. The reef feeds the grazers, and the grazers feed the watchers. The ancient sea builds roads for food, and predators learn those roads.
The current is the invisible road of the food chain. From coral to cave, from sand to open water, the ancient sea connects every appetite. At the upper edge of the chain, power moves slowly through the ocean.
A single shadow can reorganize an entire reef.
The Red Sea survives because fear pauses life, but hunger restarts it. This is the architecture of hunger beneath the Red Sea.
The ancient ocean does not separate beauty from hunger, or hunger from balance.
In the Red Sea, endings often become places for new life to begin.
Every hunter is also part of a larger pattern, and no creature stands outside the chain.
The rules of the reef can change with a single body moving away.
When one creature moves through the sea, others follow the changes it leaves behind. Opportunity in the ocean rarely belongs to only one life. The ancient reef is not a battlefield alone. It is a living arrangement. The hunted are not passive in this sea. Their movement helps shape the hunt.
Survival is not only escaping the strike, it is learning the shape of pressure. Some lives move in bursts. Others keep the reef alive through constant work. The foundation of the ancient ocean is built from lives that pass unnoticed. The farther life moves from shelter, the more the ancient ocean tests it. The Red Sea is not ruled by hunger alone. It is held together by the balance hunger creates. The silent predators of the Red Sea are not outside the reef's balance. They are part of what keeps it alive. Now that the chain of life has been revealed, the Red Sea will show us why its silent hunters are guardians of an ancient marine world. Now, the Red Sea ocean shows us why its silent predators are not destroyers, but guardians of balance. To understand this ocean, we must see every life as part of one long rhythm.
The smallest life in the Red Sea carries the strength of the largest hunters. The ancient sea begins with delicate mouths, reaching into the current. The reef gives them food, and the predators teach them movement. The lionfish waits in beauty, and through that waiting, the reef remains alert. Even the teeth of the Red Sea have a place inside the reef's fragile order. The great reef hunters preserve their strength, and the ocean learns their patience. Beneath the sand, the Red Sea keeps another layer of balance. In this ancient sea, intelligence can be as important as strength. At the reef's edge, the open ocean is guarded by distance. Fear in the Red Sea is not only danger, it is information. The ancient ocean survives not only through hunger, but through delicate agreements. The future of the Red Sea begins inside small shelters surrounded by ancient risk. This coral kingdom has no walls, yet every creature knows its boundaries. The current carries food, warnings, memory, and life through the Red Sea. Nothing in this ocean moves alone. The Red Sea carries the memory of night into the daylight. Day and night trade the reef between them, but the ocean remains one. The reef is a monument built not by stone alone, but by life repeating itself. One coral tower can hold an entire history of hunger and shelter. The hunted are also teachers of the sea. Every turn they make records where danger waits.
A guardian does not always protect by gentleness. Sometimes it protects by keeping balance firm.
The Red Sea teaches life to look carefully, or become part of the lesson.
Balance is not peace without danger. It is life continuing with danger understood.
The ancient sea survives because nothing is allowed to remain unchanged for too long. What one life removes, another life receives. The ancient ocean survives not only through hunger, but through delicate agreements. The future of the Red Sea begins inside small shelters surrounded by ancient risk. This coral kingdom has no walls, yet every creature knows its boundaries. The current carries food, warnings, memory, and life through the Red Sea. Nothing in this ocean moves alone. The Red Sea carries the memory of night into the daylight. Day and night trade the reef between them, but the ocean remains one. The reef is a monument built not by stone alone, but by life repeating itself. One coral tower can hold an entire history of hunger and shelter. The hunted are also teachers of the sea. Every turn they make records where danger waits.
A guardian does not always protect by gentleness. Sometimes it protects by keeping balance firm.
The Red Sea teaches life to look carefully, or become part of the lesson. Balance is not peace without danger. It is life continuing with danger understood. The ancient sea survives because nothing is allowed to remain unchanged for too long. What one life removes, another life receives.
The guardians of the reef are not only the large hunters, they are also the tiny workers beneath them.
The Red Sea is built in layers of dependence. The greatest hunters are not outside the reef's story. They are among its oldest sentences. The Red Sea endures because life here never stops answering change. This current has carried us through beauty, fear, hunger, and renewal. The silent predators remain, not as interruptions, but as part of the music of the sea. In the Red Sea, even darkness has a role in keeping the reef alive. A school of fish is not only many lives, it is one answer to the ancient question of survival. Between shelter and open water, the Red Sea keeps its balance. The strength of this ocean begins in forms too delicate to command attention. To see the Red Sea clearly, we must see the small and the great together. After every night, every hunt, and every shadow, the reef returns to color. The silent hunters are always near, and because they are near, the reef stays awake.
The ancient passages of the Red Sea are not empty corridors. They are memory carved into the sea.
Every shape in this reef has been given meaning by life.
The Red Sea is beautiful not because it is gentle, but because it is whole. Here, power is measured not only by the hunt, but by the space each life allows another. The greatest story of this ocean is not a single hunt. It is the fact that life continues.
Beneath us, the ancient marine world keeps breathing in silence.
What once appeared as danger now reveals itself as part of the ocean's design. Above the surface, the Red Sea seems quiet. Below it, an ancient world keeps its balance.
The silent predators remain below, unseen by most, yet essential to everything that lives there. The Red Sea is not merely a place of beauty. It is a living memory of survival.
And beneath this surface, the ancient reef continues, without witness, without applause, without rest.
In the Red Sea, silence is not emptiness. It is the sound of balance. The silent predators of this ancient sea do not end the story. They keep it alive. This is the Red Sea, silent, ancient, beautiful, and forever alive beneath the ocean.